All right, we're doing Honduran Baleada tortillas. So this is the stuff that I used to make it with. I like to use my pizza pan to knead on because it keeps everything nice and tidy. Um, Measurement tools, all your goodies. Glass bowls are great. So this is basically the recipe, and we'll go through it step by step, more or less. So we've got 2 cups of flour. We've got I can't even see with the camera. Baking powder, 1 teaspoon. Sea salt, half teaspoon. This, usually they come graduated. These are not graduated. Basically what this is called Pickford. It's like butter flavored Crisco. It's basically what it is. And it's not graduated, and it's a little bit smaller than your average sticks that are graduated. So I'm gonna do probably about a half a stick of this stuff. And that's really all it is, besides warm water. Don't use cold water, use warm water. So I've got the dries in there. Once you get the dries in there, give it a good whisk, as my daughter would say whenever she was younger. Mix it up real good with a whisk. Get it all incorporated through evenly if you can. And then what we'll do here in a second is cut this up into, I'd say 4 or 5 pieces, maybe a few more. Throw in there, and then knead that through. So you can, if you've ever made tortillas, there's a lot, or any kind of, doughy stuff, or obviously the word I'm trying to look for, pastry. Yeah, you got a little kneader you can use, or you can do it by hand. Like I like to do it by hand because then I can feel the consistency of everything. But basically you want to make sure you get all of the butter. We'll make them kind of buttery. Screw it. Make sure that all the big chunks are busted up. That is the main thing. So got this fancy glove here. If I can get it on one-handed. Oh yeah, that's Food Prep Pro there. There we go. One-handed. And just get this stuff in here and start mashing it up into the flour. So we want to get this all mixed up real good. That is the trick to making good tortillas. There's a lard or something you want to put into it, a fat, and then you want to basically get as much of the flour particles encased in the fat as possible. And it takes a different consistency over whenever you do that. So it's kind of like a dry emulsion. If you know what an emulsion is, just think dry emulsion. So just keep working it, and then once you get to a certain point where it's kind of crumbly and sticky, and I'll show you here in a second what we're going for here. I'll come back. All right, try this again. So now this is the consistency we want. It's all blended through real nicely. It's kind of chunky. It sticks together. If you clump it, it sticks, but you get the hand of it once you've done this a few times. So this right here is basically the same setup for other things too. That's what's interesting about baking. The proportions that go into the base dry ingredients are really close on all kinds of things. Like right now I could turn this into biscuits if I want to, but I'm going to do Baleada. So the difference would be, like if it was biscuits, we'd have sugar in the mix, and then we'd have done this cold and try to keep this cold as we're kind of mixing it all through, and then we just do a mix through to get it all incorporated, put it on the flour thing, coat it up, kind of mash it out, and then roll it out and cut. There's no kneading because we don't need gluten strands in a biscuit. But for tortillas or other breads and stuff, especially if you're using yeast instead of this stuff, then you're going to want to knead it so that you get the gluten strands that make the dough, stretchy, and it holds together better, but still, has elasticity. It has a little bit of flexibility. So it's great. Yeah, just get into it, man. You'll see, like, you could do the same 2 cups and same amount of this stuff, and 1 teaspoon of this, half a teaspoon of this, and you can make a few different things. So anyways, I'll try to do this two-handed the best I can. That's why we have this set up here. Oh yeah. So we're going to hydrate this, and hydration's a big thing too. If you want something that's denser, less hydration. You want something that's, especially if you're using yeast and making like a focaccia bread or something, hydration's you want it to be sticky. You want a lot of water in there because that does matter. So learning hydration is a big deal too. But we're gonna go like medium, a little bit more than medium on hydration on this. So here we go. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall in the mix. There we go. All right, so this typically calls for like 3/4 of a cup, but I went ahead and loaded up a cup in case we need a little bit more. It always plays a little different. So we'll go ahead and hit some of it, start working it. And see, using warm water, what it does, since I folded in the lard that wasn't melted, the warm water goes and further melts that stuff off in there so that it more encapsulates your dough and stuff, or your flour, makes it a better motion, better mixture. Using cold, again, with biscuits might work, but for this stuff. So we want a slightly sticky dough, which actually that seems pretty good. Maybe a little sticky, but we'll see how it plays out. Because in the end, the final product is what matters. So we can work this out as we need it and add more dough into it. That's why I go pretty sticky on this in the initial, because as we're kneading it out, we're gonna add more dough to it. So we ended up using, yeah, about 3/4 of a cup. There's still a 1/4 cup in there. Shut up, Brownie. Fucking recording here. All right, so we're gonna get this out of the bowl, get it onto the flour. This is for you, David. You were asking. Here you go, buddy. Again, I'm lazy. I don't like washing my hands all the time. So we have these fancy gloves. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a little kneading. That's gonna make some good ones. I can feel it now. Just remember, every time you do this, you're gonna make a mess. It's just how it goes. Flour goes where it wants to go. So we're gonna try to make us a good dough here. The gluten strands are kind of important, so to help form them, I'll roll this thing out into like these little droopy strings and see if I can give you an example. Because as you're kneading it, I think the gluten's in there forming, so the longer the strands, the better. I'll take and kind of give it a nice little blip, fold it over. Blip. Make a lot of pizza dough too, so kneading, it's not too big a deal. All right, so that's pretty good, I think. I'm gonna give it a little extra toss of some flour here. And then we'll throw this in the bowl and then cover it with a clean cloth. And then let that sit for about 30 minutes or so, 30, 45 minutes. In here, the longer it sits, the better. I don't have AC in the main part of the house, so it's warm. It's probably 87 degrees in here right now. So the longer this sits, the softer it's gonna get. And then we'll take this, log it out, cut it into pieces, roll them, and fry them. Or not fry them, but grill them. And that part's coming next. All right, so we are ready to go. So what we're gonna do is take this out, kind of log it up, proportion it out, roll those into balls, and throw those back in here and cover them. That way they stay nice while we're cooking the other one. So I use the piece pan a lot, not only for kneading, but for also later patting out, because I don't roll them. That's a Honduran way too. It's like you do it by hand to push out your tortilla. So this makes a nice little surface to do it again. Keeps your countertop clean. So I've got it coated in like regular Crisco right now to keep it smooth and slippery. And then over time I'll add a little bit more, but we'll use this to kind of work everything out from here. So first thing we want to do is make our little tortilla portion stuff. Still pretty slippery. That'll be alright. Probably need to coat my hands up a little bit for this. That will get a little bit more. I don't like that part, but it'll be alright. Alright. So I used to go with about a golf ball size cut here. It's all in like how big do you want it, you know. Still a little sticky, but I think it'll be alright. Again, I like them to be a little bit more pliable, flexible, moist. So that takes stickiness a little bit. Okay, we'll get two more here. Variable size, but it'll be alright. Alright, so now we'll let them sit just a little bit longer and cover them up again just to let them get softer. And the longer, like I said, you let them sit, the better they are, the easier they push out. But we'll give it a little bit more and then we'll start pushing them out and cooking them. Okay, let's see how this goes. So we got this thing, it's a flat griddle. My wife cooked some chicken skins on it earlier today. She calls them chicken chicharrones. But I scraped all the sticky stuff on there and left the oil. I didn't wash it all the way because I want a little bit of that flavor from the chicken. So here's our little balls that we're going to push out. We'll do it here and then transfer over there. And I've got my awesome Cheeto ball camera stand going on. So here we go. There's a couple little tricks in here too that I'm going to add in that are kind of like Honduran specific type tricks. So first thing we want to do is get this all pushed out. These might be too sticky. We'll see. Usually I make Mexican tortillas. They're a little bit different. First time I've made Baleada tortillas in a little while, but let's see how they turn out. So this is the critical part. See, I already ripped that one. So this batch might not be as great. A little sticky. But I think they'll still come out good, that's the thing. I need to put some stuff on my fingers. So they don't stick to me. That's the trick here. A little bit of grease on there. So as you're making the first one, go ahead and cut out the next one and try to get it going in an assembly line. Maybe cut the balls a little small, but that's alright. We're just doing this for the process. So one thing, here's one of those tricks. Have a clean towel that's moistened. And always give your baleadas a little push whenever you flip them over. Same thing with the corn tortillas. Give them a nice little push with a moist towel. because I don't know what it does, but it's something that it does changes the cooking. My wife taught me that. That's age-old Honduran stuff there. I think they'll still be good. Be a little small, but hey, that's all right. Hopefully my grill is good enough. It's not completely flat on the bottom, so it moves around a lot. The problem with these cheap cooking dills. Aluminum, not your friend. Stainless steel, your friend. But it's looking alright, I guess. It looks like a tortilla if it was round. Just about there. Look for the coloration inside. You want it to look white and not like this heavy dough looking color. So you're making sure that you get that all cooked out. And then once that's cooked through, you'll see it. If I had better lighting in here, I can see it better, but our kitchen kind of sucks. But that's what we're looking for. Make sure the dough is cooked. These ones are a little thicker than normal tortillas. It's where it takes a little practice with them. So once you're done, transfer it to a clean, dry cloth, cover it, and we'll go for the next one. Come on, don't you rip on me this time. Alright, there we go. A little bit more butter on here. Do another small one. Like I say, hydration is a big part of it, but the more hydration it's got, the stickier it gets. But they're still pretty elastic, believe it or not. They've got some stretch to them. They'll be alright. Small, but thick. So I guess you're going for a big tortilla like this, probably going to do like a baseball size. Kind of shaky, little sketchy tunes, skittish tunes, skittish. Name that movie. We'll do a couple, 2 or 3 of these, and then I'll end it. But it's like a process. So once you get going, you just keep them going, keep them going. You got a bigger cooking service, you can do more at a time. Me, I just do one at a time on these little pan things that we've got. So it's not real bad. It's not real hard. I've been making tortillas for a long time. I used to sell burritos when I was in college in Abilene. And I was making the tortillas at first, but I was having to get up real early in the morning to do all that kind of stuff. So I did eventually get to the point of just buying the tortillas. There were some other Mexican breakfast burrito shops in town, and they handmade all of their stuff too. So I went and made basically an arrangement with one of them that I would come every morning about 5 a.m. and buy like 48 or something pre-made, fresh-made tortillas right from them, and then I'd take those back because I'd already convinced everybody, or told everybody at school, that I make my tortillas because they love them, and because they were fresh. That's the big difference with fucking fresh tortillas. But then I started buying them, and they never noticed the difference. And for me, it was a lot easier because I just go buy them once, come back, I just make all the filling for like 3 or 4 different flavors of tortilla. and come back and make them, sell them, and I was still clearing enough to be happy, you know. I was making money every day, and I was coming home with, you know, probably 5 to 10 burritos I didn't sell. So I mean, I had food for that day myself. Everything paid for itself, so I was happy, you know. But yeah, I started cheating after a while. But I've been making tortillas for a long time, and then coming here to Honduras and seeing what they've got for a tortilla versus what I'm accustomed to, I actually really like the breadier tortilla. I mean, they call it Baleada tortilla, but like I do like that over maybe Mexican style, a little thinner bit. Like I like good thin corn tortillas, but like flour tortillas, man, I like a heavier texture but still pliable at the same time, and that's a little trickier. But they got it down with these Baleadas, man. Definitely, yeah, these are gonna be nice, even though they're small. These are nice little tortillas. I'll get the next one going, and I'll call it, oh, I might have ripped this one a little bit. See if we can save him. If not, it doesn't matter. I'll fill the hole with cheese. Bam. Perfect. Alright, before I dope up my hands, I'll go ahead and kill this one. And I'll show you the stack when it's all done, the finished product. Alright, so some tips in doing this. Again, it's been a while since I made these, and it takes a little bit. The next batch I do is going to be pretty good. This one's better on size and roundness. So the tip part would be, make sure every time you change out and get ready to do another tortilla here, dope this thing up all the way almost. Get it good and covered in Crisco or Manteca, whatever you use. It's the same thing. Get it coated real good so that it releases, and then when you're pushing it out, the ball size is what's going to determine the size of the dough, not what you want. So like, push it out to where it's a consistent 1/8 inch, but I wouldn't go any thinner than 1/8 inch thick, because when you start to peel it off, I mean, if you kneaded it right, it's still going to be pretty stretchy, but it will rip through and it'll stretch out, and then getting it over here into a nice round circle is not as easy. So make sure you dope that up real good, and then make sure you're only pushing out to about an 1/8 inch thickness, no less. That way when you pull it off, it doesn't lose its form. But yeah, dude, we'll look at this stack here in a second. Alright, so this is the stack we got. That's enough to feed a couple, and they're still warm, nice and thick, pliable. You can fold it over, it doesn't bust on the backside. And it takes a little practice to get them. Like the last ones are always the best ones. Your first ones are always your ugliest ones. But cutting them the right size, like I said, I do maybe a baseball size, a little less than a baseball size if you want a big Baleada. These are, like these bigger ones were more, less than a baseball, but bigger than a golf ball. Let's put it that way. But yeah, they didn't come out too bad. They smell good. Not too heavy in the baking powder. I don't like a baking powder taste or smell. I won't eat them if they smell or taste it. So they came out good without that flavor. So despite them being ugly, that's how you make Honduran Baleada tortillas. Sorry, I have been drinking, and it's hot and I'm sweating my ass off.